Hi there, team. Welcome to Daughters of Ash with Ben. So, I've got a new setup, got dual screen monitors. I've gotten comments. Your suggestions have come in for the stream. And I'm going to be listening to some feedback today about camera location. Hi, I've moved up top, as you can see. So now I can monitor what's going on from what you see versus what I see. I will no longer be commenting off the cuff about things that are happening behind this overlay box for the cam. And I'm going to be fighting the Drake. No point in having a shield out, I guess. The last episode ended with a bit of an embarrassment. Excuse me. Yeah, and this episode is going to start with Just Take Me. That was by design. Yep. Speaking of embarrassments. Anyway. What am I talking about here? We've got a new setup. We're just about ready to go. Gonna be fighting the Kite Drake this episode. Gonna not be stupid. Gonna equip the correct weapons when it's time to equip them. Use your big sword against the dragon. Use your medium sword against the rat mobs. Because you also need a shield. That's fine. Yeah, that's no good. That's what I wanted. Never liked rats, and let me guess, no purple moss. Yeah, didn't think so. Who needs it? Open up. Oh no, I don't love the idea of fighting this dragon any more than you do, okay? I don't think it's going to go swimmingly. Because nothing does in this game. What are you doing? Jeez. So they like doubled the size of the particle effects for all the dragon's fire, which I love. So let's take a second here. It's just like, is it even worth it with this? But hey, who needs to fight the dragon when we can just run past it? Like that. Who knew it could be so easy? I've bested you. Feels bad, doesn't it? I made an embarrassing little amount of progress. I've made an embarrassment of myself over the past few episodes, making very little progress in what appears to be 4 hours of gameplay so far. And I would argue very, very little progress was made between all of those episodes. Indeed. So I'm saying to myself, self, gotta go faster. You gotta keep the viewers in the loop. You gotta keep them interested. Let's start a poll in the comments. Who prefers a more methodical style of Dark Souls play? And who just wants to see me send it? Just get things done a little bit faster. Ooh, that's not bad at all. Because for now, I'm feeling like we're moving slowly, even for my standards. If I was playing this game by myself, God, I hope it wouldn't take me 4 hours to get back up to the Kite Drake. I guess we got to the Gargoyles, I guess. Would be technically the farthest in terms of the original game. Killed the Titanite Demon. And I think our next go-to would be Darkroot Garden, right? So let's do some Darkroot Garden today. Hang on. I feel like my head, in terms of, I mean the overlay, is a little like low on the screen right now. So why don't I move up to the top right corner? Alright, that looks better, right? I feel weird about the fact that, like, my head is just facing off the screen. That's why I kind of liked having it in the left side. But we'll see. We'll keep messing with it in between episodes. Let me know what you think. And we can make adjustments. But Ben, you said you were going to fight the Kite Drake, and then you just ran away from it. Yep. I do not deny that this is what happened. Come on. However, would you not agree that running past the Kite Drake is a little bit more in line with my new MO, my new modus operandi? Gonna take a little bit less time coming up with my answers to some of these problems in game. Gonna be getting these kills a little bit faster. Gonna be doing things a little more off the cuff. Gonna be improvising. That's right. You heard it here first, folks. an what do you call like the narrative device when the narrator has some sort of untoward investment in the story one way or another, and they are untrustworthy? It's not untrustworthy narrator. Some kind of biased narrator effect. Come on, let's just get it. The undead were all corralled to the north. Well, now we corral the undead out into this courtyard so that we can run past them. Thank you. The corralling has begun. You know what? Nah, never mind. Never mind. Don't want to deal with this. Excuse me. Item, please. Thanks. They never saw it coming. This place used to feel so safe. Used to hear the tink, tink, tink of Andre beating away at his broadsword. Not like that. Get your freaking mind out of the gutter, brother. Menu confusion. Okay, I want to see the required parameters. Strength 16. My strength is 13. Need 3 levels up to use the claymore in what I would deem an effective manner. I know. You can use it with 2 hands. Are you insane? Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? I would like to be able to use the claymore one-handed, because then I can use its thrust attack. The heavy attack one-handed with the claymore is maybe the most satisfying attack in the game, known as Dark Souls. For now, you're probably right. It's still worth it to use the claymore over the longsword. I don't know why that enemy won't pop up here. I remember many times. Yeah, okay, you just have to be walking the opposite direction. See that? That's called good vibrations, my dude. Taking out an enemy in 3 hits with the claymore. No fuss, no muss. That's fine. That's fine. You get your iframes. Just know that next time I'll be prepared for that. Next time I'll be prepared for the iframes. I'll wait for the animation to end, and I'll take you out in one swift combo, my dude. Ready? That's what I'm talking about. Stun locked. Hey, you ever read, whoa. I was here already with a witty retort. And now we've got my dude doing some sweet gymnastics. So you know what? I'll save it for now. I'm just going to can it. I'm going to let that image speak for itself there. Most curious. Not seeing any enemy presence yet. Oh, here's one. Take a hike. You wouldn't. Excuse me? He's fallen into the shadow realm, but it turns out 'tis a realm indeed, sir. Alright. Operating off the assumption that we have an illusory wall here. And it would appear that there's nothing on the other side. Jesus Christ. Okay. No. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. We got the Claymore out. This is exactly what we wanted. A chance to prove ourselves in glorious combat. Jeez. Okay. Wasn't expecting that one. You got me, okay? You got me. But you're not gonna get me again. This weapon is slower than I remember. Oh, staggered him. 2 more hits. That's all it takes. Had him. We had a miss there. That was a close call. But the enemy's been taken out. Now, if only I could figure out how to put back up this illusory wall so that he can never get out again. If only I had access to my illusion magics. Passage granted only to the Knights of Gwyn. Immediate thoughts. I'm going to do my thoughts in an ascending order of coolness of what this could be. Lowest coolness factor. Any ring. You need any ring of any of the Knights of Gwyn, and then you can get through. Still pretty cool. I'm fine with that. Middle one. Middle coolness. There's 3 basic ideas here. 3 basic schools of thought. Any full armor set. I think it'd be sick to stroll up here in full Artorias armor and just be like, just pass the test. Dude's like this all-seeing eye right here. It's just like, yeah, sure. Knight of Gwyn. Go on through. Now let me hit you with my coolest idea. There's some sort of covenant or guild or plot line where you can more or less become a Knight of Gwyn yourself. This one was always like a trap, huh? You know, you come in here, you pick up the item, and forever, anytime you want to come to this area, you've got 3 enemies. You never pick up the item, it's like it's worthless item. You pick up the item, and forever, every time you try to pass... Oh. I did not expect that. So now this guy maybe will always be woken up. We'll see. Worthwhile test. Maybe we won't see. Maybe we won't die in this area at all, and we'll never have to do it again. Wouldn't that be special? Moonlight Grove, the old wilderness. Now I know this trick right here. You think you can get past me? I've been playing this game for years and years. I've played Dark Souls for 700 hours, and I'll have the last laugh. Who's the winner now? I've played Dark Souls for the equivalent of 28 days of my life. Who has the last laugh now? Me, as expected. Dark Souls streamer. I've won out in the end. You'll see. I'll win out in the end. You'll see. It's the man I kicked. I'm sniffing at that next level up. I don't know why I feel the need to do this. But, I don't know, dude. I killed an enemy like 2 hours ago in this, well, less than that. 1 hour ago in this playthrough. And a bonfire appeared. That's what I was going to say. I killed the enemy 30 minutes ago in this playthrough and the bonfire appeared. All I want is a bonfire, and here it is. Vindicated. Dark Souls run through. Dark Souls game FAQs answer. Riddle me this. You run through this area. You say, I'm not going to waste time like that streamer. You run through this area. You go up here. You get your item. You get out. You say, I've won out in the end. But see me, I've played 28 days of Dark Souls, and I'll win out in the end. What's the point of killing these guys? Don't they have some kind of a rare loot that they can drop? Green moss? Green blossom. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, I meant green blossom. Get over it. I hear very loudly the sound of waves echoing. The waves echo and call. They beckon me astray. Crystal lizard. Oh, you're not getting away this time, buddy. No, you wouldn't. I need it. We've done it! Last time I found a crystal lizard, it disappeared first time I saw it and didn't get it. I'm not letting that happen again, dude. This is what it's all about, boys. No Estus left. But we got our bonfire, we got our loot. That's game design, right? Congratulations, Grimrock. You've designed a game well. Of course, piggybacking off of the existing design of Dark Souls' greatest game ever made. But, even for a veteran like me, you got me where you wanted me. 0 Estus, but I got to the bonfire, got my loot, and I'm ready. If this is the Leo's ring, the Ornstein's Leo's ring or whatever, and we can get in that door with it, I retract my statement about that being the worst possible outcome. Zweihander is also cool, and my original statement now stands that if the ring is the key to get through that door, then it's a little bit lame considering all the options. Not the worst though. Any of those 3 options that I mentioned would be very cool. Ring, full armor set, or guild as ways to get in the door. It's cool. It's cool. It's a good mod. I'm feeling good so far. I'm having a lot of fun with this mod, guys. I'm having a lot of fun here. We need 700 more souls to level up, and I really want those levels for this claymore. But let me see if I can kindle. Okay. So we need to reverse hollowing first before we can kindle, which I'm not going to do. At least not right now. I think my computer has the internet turned on right now, and I would like to not be online in this mod. Ideally. Wow. Human. Because in the mod's description it says try to not be online or not be human at the same time, because if you get invaded it can break the game. Because if they don't have the mod installed and you do, then you start getting some weird interactions with walls that maybe are installed in one of your games and not the other. I don't want to risk it. I'm not going to mess around with that yet, at least. Maybe once we're finished, we'll be like, hey, why not break the game now? Please, I can't see. Alright, unlocking. Yes, my modded controller allows me to fight enemies without locking on. That was the idea! That was a close one. Almost ran into that guy while fighting the first guy. So, note to self, fight these guys in as little area as possible. Do not enter a new area of the level while engaged in combat. You'll notice my fighting style against these enemies has evolved slightly. I now work in one heavy attack at some point during the fight to eliminate that little sliver of life that ends up being there normally. Amazing. I know. I'm a god. Okay. Let's look at some of these upgrade things, right? Let's start cracking into some of the info here, because we got Twinkling Titanite, kind of a special item, kind of a crystal lizards. If I was correct, when I saw a crystal lizard the first time in this game, it disappeared before I could kill it, and then it never reappeared on subsequent respawns of all the enemies. So, extremely hard to kill crystal lizards. So the loot from them, by that token, should be more valuable. Precious Titanite taken from lizards of Numenarch, most of which fled after their habits were pillaged. It can be used to reinforce weapons too fragile to etch with ordinary Titanite. Many blacksmiths once refused to work with this grisly material, including the goddess of the forge herself, but as valuable equipment became more scarce, principles were more readily abandoned. Cool. So yeah, it's definitely connected to the lizards, just as I believe it was always intended to be, with the way that they have the twinkling stone on their back. Blue Titanite Chunk. Titanite Chunk for weapon reinforcement. Blue Titanite contains powerful magic energy. So this is the nerd Titanite. And can reinforce magic weapons to +9 or runic weapons to +4. Sen's few remaining slabs were lost when she passed. But the discovery of these chunks suggests they may yet be found. A lot of female deities I'm noticing in this game, which is cool. Goddess, Sen, female. Okay. But notable. I wouldn't say that in Dark Souls past, most of the... Dark Souls, I think, is mostly fair between genders. It's something that I'm going to stop talking about because it's something that I don't normally pay much attention to. And it's an issue that I don't want to step on anyone's toes over. Something maybe a little bit more political. Politics, huh? Politics are crazy these days. Have you heard about this Trump guy? Some people say he's ruining the country. Some people love him. And some people are neutral. Although, that might not be true. This might be the rare case in which there's really only two sides you can take. One or the other. And that's about as far as I'll get into the political discussions. stronger every day, boys. Stronger every day, and this lizard's not gonna know what hit him! Alright, so we obviously got our path up to the Moonlight Butterfly over there. Not a fight I historically look forward to so much. Not ashamed to admit that. What's that sound? Help! Help! Oh god. Okay, my heart almost just seized up in pure fear. Okay. Let's just move on from that. This guy I love how these guys just go flying around. Alright, Green Titanite. What was Green Titanite originally? Was that, like, divine? It was like divine weapons, right? Yeah, magic, blessed, and fire. Okay, so magic as well. Titanite shard for weapon reinforcement. Green Titanite imbued with a special power. Reinforces magic, blessed, and fire weapons to +5. Titanite shards are fragments of the legendary slabs, gifts from the great Numenarch. These green shards are fragments of her core, and should be treated with particular care. The Lizards of Numenarch. So originally I thought that Numenarch was a place. But now it seems that Numenarch is the goddess. Gifts from the great Numenarch. Her core, yeah. These green shards are fragments of her core, Numenarch, and should be treated with particular care. So, she's green to the core. I would say in terms of political alliance, she seems like she might be part of the Green Party, for instance. Coming back to our previous discussion. Now, there's two schools of thought here, because green, of course, also the color most associated with greed, the deadly sin, one of the 7. I don't know if you've heard of it. But the color green, often associated with greed, as well as environmental mindfulness. So, you know, really could go either way on that one. It's interesting how colors often have kind of a dichotomy behind them. Like, you think about the color green, kind of how it can mean these two things. Some might even say opposite things, right? Because green, the greed of sort of mankind and its leaders to, which has led them to maybe take advantage of the Earth's resources at certain times, and often that comes from kind of an economic sensibility, right? And then green, on the other side of the coin, kind of has an environmentalist implication. Red is the same way, like love and anger, right? Which both can be boiled down to passion at its core. Alright, so we've got a gold man over there. So is that the boss? Are we about to fight a gold man boss? We rested at the bonfire nearby. I'm not worried about making this run. This is a trivial run, I think. The blue golems are pretty slow typically, so you can. I'm not too scared to just do this fight off the cuff. Yeah, thanks. Boss. Okay, so either. Oh god. Yeah. Okay. So there is also a Moonlight Butterfly. I think we're gonna be fighting both of them at once, which I hate. I hate that. I hate fighting more than one enemy at once. I think it makes it harder. Yeah, you got me there. But I think it also takes away some of the a little bit of the skill component of the game, I want to say. it just mind floods you a little bit. It makes it a little bit less about understanding an enemy and dueling them and getting to go toe to toe, kind of equal footing, figuring out the mechanics and using them, and it kind of just makes it more about dodging and blocking and getting away and finding opportunities. It becomes more about positioning and opportunities, which I think there's a place for it, and that can be used to enhance the mechanics and skill level of a fight, which I believe it was done very masterfully with Ornstein and Smo. And then later on, done to a worse extent, maybe in the vein of what I was talking about before, it takes away a little bit of the skill component in, I'm not going to name any names, but later installments in the series, let's say. So let's get this started and see what we have going on. Yep, okay, so we just got two dudes at once, straight up. And my strategy here, this guy appears to be fairly slow. My question is she going to be as aggressive as she is normally? Because what I'm imagining right now is the Moonlight Butterfly basically just spamming attacks as she's wont to do. And then this dude just mind flooding you by standing next to you and throwing out haymakers every couple seconds that can one-shot you. And I hate that. I hate the just like bullet spam mixed with immediate melee danger would just really frustrate me. But from the 2 seconds that I had there, I have a hunch that perhaps the Moonlight Butterfly might be a bit more gentle. Her aggro might have been decreased. Moonlight Butterfly might be a little bit less annoying, is what I mean to say. So, what I'm curious about is, okay, no, that's some bullet spam. So is there just no way past this guy? Wait, can you get her to hit him instead? Nope. And there's a laser. You know? They had to do it, huh? I don't know that I like this boss, to be completely honest. But you know what? Even the bosses that you don't love from a design perspective, even the ones that you would consider cheap or annoying, some of the bosses that you might consider a little bit less complicated, a little bit less fair and balanced, even those ones can feel good to beat from time to time. So we're going to take one more crack at this in this episode. I can tell you right now how it's probably going to go. Not well. Yep. Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode of Dark Souls Prepare to Die of Ashes edition. Please be warned, the episodes will continue. If you don't like the episodes, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps us out a lot. It's going to help with the YouTube algorithm. It's going to recommend this awful video to more people to watch it. which is great fun for all. So please hit thumbs up so that more people see the video in the future. If you really hated it, go on and hit the subscribe